Right, welcome. We are looking at the SmartPoi JS utilities. This is the new web control of the SmartPoi project. Let's just have a quick look here at the repo. We have a whole bunch. Is that the... oh, goodness me. There it is. This is the SmartPoi JS utilities. So we have a whole bunch of HTML files, and I'm going to be looking at those, and this library file, which is necessary. Yeah, this is what it looks like. First one, this is the list.html. First things first, make sure you have your POI up and running and you're connected to the access point. In my case, this is this one, SmartPoi 4, and make sure you have the latest firmware for the SmartPoi project. After that, you can go and open this HTML file, and you can click here to get the list of files. These bin files are the images compressed for the POI. There's a couple of other files, settings, that has the router settings for the as yet unused connect to router option, and site, that's just a backup. If you can see on Firefox here, it says login. That's your captive portal detection service, and it will open up the default web page, which is actually loaded on the POI in this file over here. But you've got a much nicer looking one in the SmartPoi JS utilities. So just change patterns, change the speed at which the saved images are displayed, brightness, and the switch on router mode, which we don't use yet. So right here we have file list. It's also auxiliary POI, same thing really, and you can see what's on the actual POI, so quite useful. Right, we have another one. Have a look here. The upload binary. So that one displays like this, and you can browse, select multiple files, and upload them to both of the POI. And you just click upload and convert, and the images go straight up and land in the POI. Let's do that now just as an example. You can see what's happening. So it says uploaded for each. It's uploading to this address with 1 at the end, and 78 is for arbitrary number for the auxiliary POI. So those get uploaded. You'll see when it's finished, because these little messages only last a certain amount of time. So they'll all disappear in a minute. Of course, it's always possible that because of Wi-Fi you can have an issue, but you can see it seems to have worked. So how do we check? Well, you can go to your file list, but that just tells you what the name of the pics are, which is always the same names, A to Z and capital A to capital Z. Bit of a hack, but we get 52 images, and it's easy to access in the code. So here's the other thing I've been working on. This one's called the fetch and display. So we have fetch and display. What does this do? Well, this is what you get when you start. There's some information about how to use it, but I'll show you now. If you click on this, for example, in the main POI, click on the file name, and it will go and fetch and display the image. Then we have an image which is currently the same for both. So if you click on that, you get an option to delete that individual file. I've also put a very fun button here to delete all images on both POI. You can also fetch and display all images at once, but let's do them one by one because currently the auxiliary is a little bit buggy. All of the HTTP requests need to go through the main POI. So we'll fetch and display the main POI first, just to demonstrate. Hopefully we won't get too much issues. Obviously it depends on your Wi-Fi connection as well, and the poor little ESP chip doing its own Wi-Fi network access point. So that seems to be working. As you can see, each image gets taken from the POI, fetched from the POI, and displayed here. You see we missed one there because of some sort of Wi-Fi error, or possibly a file error on the POI when it was uploaded. So there are bugs to look at, but this fetching does go multiple times. I'll just put the console up here so you can see if you do the console. This is working in Firefox, by the way. If you want to use Chrome, I have tested in Chrome, untested on Windows so far. No idea if it'll work. I don't have Windows. You can let me know if it does work. It should. It's just a browser. Most of this functionality used to work through the Android app, but unfortunately Google keeps changing things, and I've decided to move away from that right now. So yeah, we can see one of the images didn't load. Let's just see if we can get it to load by clicking on it individually, and there we have it, all of the images. So now comes the fun part. We can get an image here, and I don't really like this one, so we'll replace it. Drag and drop. There we go. We can also, as you can see, the console actually tells you what's going on, but if you just click on there and it shows up here, that means it is uploaded. We can also drag and drop like this, I believe. Possibly not. Possibly not. I'm sure I did this before and it worked. Okay. Well, I might have changed something, but in any case, that is an option. Let's have a look what else. We've got the option to delete all files. You can delete files, you can load them, check what's on the POI. All of these, this functionality doesn't just work in a browser. You also have these curl examples, so you can change the pattern and brightness, etc., using curl, or translate that HTTP call into any language of your choice. Yeah, we've got the delete option, and you just specify your file name which you want to delete. I've also done delete on the individual delete in case they're not loading in this window, because if it isn't loaded you don't have a delete option, so you can delete it individually just by changing the file name here in this delete.html. So there we have delete. POI controls, we've seen there, that's the embedded and the upload. I think that's everything new. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go and have a look and see why this is not working.